All right, we have a stable network connection, so I'm going to call that a good to go. So we are starting off another Super Robot Sundays here on Sound Goblin Gaming as we continue our playthrough of SD Gundam G Generation Overworld, wrapping up the world core stages. I'm, as always, Bograt.
I am the Krampus.
I'm Shiv.
And I'm Vincent.
Hunter Greed's not feeling well today, so won't be joining us. We're going to go ahead and get started. We've got the world core final stage here to do, and then we will get started on Overworld.
Yep. We'll get started on Overworld, an SCE Gundam G Generation Overworld, where we'll do Overworld things.
Is Overworld a whole set of missions? Or
Yes, it is.
okay.
It is
Or
actually.
like
I looked it up.
group?
There are actually 5 scenarios in Overworld. I have to be honest. I hardly remember them because at this point it's been
Forever.
more than a year since I did my full playthrough on this.
Yeah.
So I genuinely have no recollection of what those missions are like. I think they are roughly equivalent to like the EXs from World Tour.
Yeah.
Oh no, a thing.
Sailed by giant hands.
As how the previous mission ended.
Yep.
Gasp.
She's a good guy. I know what you're talking about. Help Code Phoenix. He just wants the meats. That is certainly a unit.
Fuck did the Tachikoma come from?
I asked for curly fries and they gave me a crinkle.
I'll defeat you and my dozen friends.
So I'm gonna make a suggestion real quick before you place this. Back out. Go ahead and go into the war room. Do the thing and then press. Do the thing where it lets you select and then press square. Modify the option parts on the Devil Gundam to give it a Minovsky craft. Or right, we switched off the Devil Gundam, but just make sure that everything we have is actually like space capable. Or whatever, so we don't run into a situation like last time where we had the Devil Gundam moving back and forth on a railing.
I think we might be okay on this one. Let me see if I can check squares. That's all that does.
No, it will not actually.
Yeah, well,
You
actually,
cannot check terrain information from the pre-screen.
Yeah. But looking at this, I doubt this is anything but ground, honestly. As a matter of fact, okay, that tells me nothing.
That's of no help. Yeah. I'm going to tell you right.
Okay, yeah, these guys wouldn't be able to move unless this is.
If it's
land.
space.
Yeah, but I think well, everything we have has space. I can double check, but I'm pretty sure everything we have has space.
That's what I was saying. I was just make sure because we ran into that last time where.
Well, it's because he didn't fly, and there were actual like.
Yeah.
Remember the.
That's fine.
pretty sure all this is
Land.
land, honestly. So.
Spaceland. You can never tell.
Literally, that's there.
You can never tell in these weird ones. Sometimes they will just classify it as space.
Yeah. We have a lot of main character units, so space is kind of a
Would it
given.
also yell if you're trying to deploy a ship that has things that can't?
No.
No, it will only tell. It will only yell at you if the master unit can't. Or rather, it will yell at you if it can't be anywhere on the map, which is why it didn't yell at us last time, because there were spaces that it could actually be at.
Yeah.
But it's like, on the last map, technically the Devil Gundam was not undeployable. It was just nearly unusable.
Yeah.
It was usable. It was just very confined. It has a very good range, so it kind of made up for that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
A garter type 2. Big fuck off cannon.
It's a big fuck off cannon, yeah.
Don't be in front of it. It has a map attack.
It's a double XL, but... Alright, well. Defeat all Garter 1 and 2... defeat all Garter 1, then defeat Garter 2 in 4 turns.
Yep. That's the Garter 2. The Garter 1 shows up.
These things, yeah. Okay. But yeah. And Virginia's.
Those are low punnies. Shiny low punnies. That's why they're different color.
Hey, Hunter. Yeah. Figured you'd be watching in.
What do I want? Okay, so it's just these 3, basically.
Uh-huh.
I think the Phyllis can quite... Let's see what happens. Not just out.
Just short.
Alright. Sure.
That doesn't matter.
I will say, we have definitely reached the point with this game that we kind of inevitably get to with all of the stuff we do on Super Robot Sundays, where I'm just like, I am very ready for us to move on to 30.
Yeah.
Like, I am very ready for us to be done with Overworld.
Yeah, one of the downsides of Overworld compared to like a Super Robot Wars game is Super Robot Wars is at least has a unique and interesting story that it's playing with. Whereas with Overworld, it's more like, okay, now these new guys have shown up, but it's basically just replaying the plot of whatever they're from.
Overworld is very much smashing your toys together.
Don't get me wrong. World Core that we're doing right now is the original story for Overworld. It is not the smashing your toys together thing, but it's also just like.
But
and
it's
that's the thing.
incredibly bare bones.
And that's the thing is I also tend to get to that point with the Super Robot Wars games when we get to the last like 4 or 5 missions usually. Because there's some stuff where we're wrapping up where it's like, okay, this does not need to be its own whole scenario to wrap up. This is literally like, there's this one dude we gotta punch in the face that could be combined with the 3 other dudes we just gotta punch in the face.
Yeah.
That is true, and I do not dispute that.
Beam Ram.
Actually get to use it fucking once.
What's kind of weird though is having played through 30 before, despite it being almost 3 times as long as any other Super Robot Wars game, does not feel the same. And I think it is just because of the way that it's built and that it doesn't have quite as linear a story. Like, it does have some linearity to the story, but the fact that like there's
paths,
there's options, there's paths, the wild because again it has so many units and characters and everything, there's so much variability to it, to the point where it's like, since Vince is going to be the one playing it, there's a decent chance more than half the team he runs is not going to be the same team that I typically run.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many characters that you could effectively have, like, a dozen teams that are all unique entirely.
Yeah. Like, even when you get to later stages and it's allowing you to deploy, like, 20 units, it's still like, cool, I select...
My roster is still, like, 150.
Yeah, it's like, I select 20 of my 90 available dudes.
Yeah. Especially include all the DLCs that added, like, 8 to 10 units each.
Yeah.
Just like...
Hunter, you can't say I didn't fucking warn you. I told you Don fucking rules.
They keep saying every time it gets brought up, I'll get around to it once it's done.
And I can respect that. It's...
There is, as I said, solely one series I will watch. One
Week to
series I
week.
can think of week to week, which will be free in Series 2, or Season 2. So, until that point, nothing else is just enough for me to actually watch week to week. When I have stuff I can binge.
Yeah.
If I didn't have anything I could binge, I could see more of an excuse to watching week to week, but, like, I have series I just haven't watched yet that I could watch the entire thing.
Yes, for all of our no viewers, Don fucking rules. You should be watching Don. Also has an absolutely amazing opening song.
Well, there's another Creepy Nuts opening.
Yeah. Well, so that's the thing. Bling Bong 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 is a good song, but it's like maybe a tier 3 Creepy Nuts track, honestly. The one they use for Don is like peak Creepy Nuts. They take the fucking limiters off on that shit.
pause over there so we can get the rest of this stuff out.
Just make sure to remember to have the Deep Striker be not there by the end of this turn.
I mean, how strong is the map attack?
Barely.
Oh, you're working on the assumption that's going to be alive at the end of this turn.
That's true. We could just kill it this round.
This thing's map
that
attack
won't be hard.
may... let's see.
I don't know if we need to destroy both.
This thing's map attack doesn't go...
It only reaches to the other one.
Yeah, so it's not really an issue.
I believe we only need to destroy the front one, if I'm remembering
As
correctly.
the thing is, like...
Also, it does 5,000. I don't care.
Yeah, because the thing is destroy the garters and then destroy the garter too.
Then defeat Garter
Then
2.
defeat garter too.
I'm pretty sure it's just the front one.
More than likely, it's just the front one.
Yeah, because it doesn't say defeat all like it says for the regular garters.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, much more normal movement comparatively.
Switch the Devil Gundam Jr. to the actual Devil Gundam.
Yes.
Very big.
It is very big. Cannot fit here.
No, it's 5x5.
Alright, well, it's fixable.
5x5, the perfect size for making rails still a pain in the ass.
Yes.
So long did that one go?
Okay.
Nope.
Have verified that the first break is only the front one.
Alright.
Well, I suppose that's fair. Kind of.
What's that?
We'll see something in a bit when we hit the second break trigger. It is also worth noting, again, not that it's a huge situation that we have to worry too much about, but realistically, we have 7 turns to break that one in the back.
Basically, we will have a second step later on or that's just how much longer it takes until it kills.
Yeah, that's how many shots the Halphus can take, and the Halphus is considered a master unit, so if it dies... Because it will just sit back there.
And get hit. That being said, I don't think we're too worried about it, considering you can wipe this entire front half in one round.
Yeah. And yes, Hunter, you get used to it. The constant jumping around and stopping and restarting of the music because of the save stating and restoring states for like every attack we throw.
Ah, so you have the power of not having headphones on. This doesn't bother me at all.
I just find it funny that there was one point very early during this playthrough that we were concerned about using fast forward because we were like, oh, it's going to sound horrible.
Look, time makes fools of us all, okay?
The fast forward does sound horrible, but that's neither here nor there.
The fast forward does sound horrible. It is significantly less disconcerting than hearing the same 14 notes of a song 3 times in a row.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's just the club remix.
Fire the DJ. Will say this thing does have what has to be just about the least efficient map attack I've seen in any of these games.
With the 280 energy, 5,000 damage beam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you actually are inside that.
Like, I assume they just fill back up to full every round so they can actually shoot the damn thing.
I don't know if they filled a full. I know they have some amount of regen. They have like 450 energy, so.
It means they could fire it twice without giving some sort of regen.
Yeah. No, not even twice. 450 energy,
yeah,
it's
no.
280 per shot. They could fire it once.
They can fire it once.
And have enough left to use some of the regular weapons. Because the regular weapons are kind of normally costed.
Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, they're on those big induction charging pads.
World Core operates on chi charging. Away with the machine cannon of it. Save some energy. Probably.
Not one
Nope.
misses.
Not if they miss. Stop missing.
You undid one of your supports.
Ow.
That's why it's only 2.
Do support again.
Yeah, and
You
this
dropped the
support.
Infinite Justice support.
There we go. Okay, yeah. is almost certainly not enough.
Not too far off.
No.
There's not really, you couldn't do any better than that with that. So.
No.
Like, believe it or not, you don't have to actually one-shot everything in this game.
You don't have to. Okay, that's for others, so... All right. Chunky units, got it. Yeah.
Never got past our chunk. Guarded answer.
Okay.
Like the Gundam team.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And, just those two.
No reason not to fire the third.
We just get damage on the.
Doesn't cost you anything extra or anything.
Oh wait, that's the. Yeah. Fucking missing one.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is dodgy.
Yeah. You have the energy to really take advantage of that.
No.
Guess we have Wings of Freedom.
Everyone in the map gets infinite chain step.
Yeah. What did we have to defeat within 6 turns?
The guarded answer, the hands thing.
Oh, these things.
Yeah.
Okay. Just you. Guess which one hit that time?
Codeface trying his best. You're going to use the satellite cam to kill trash. Or one trash.
I'm really just turned into a chance
Yeah,
step anyway, so.
Yep. So you get up there and shoot the guard dancer.
Yeah.
Need the chance step because there's a giant devil gun in play.
It's fine.
Could have attacked again. Energy? Oh, just to make it leave.
Yeah, just make it leave.
You also can't do because
You'll want to move the deep striker
yeah,
first.
just have the deep striker move up first.
Yeah.
Like, Deep Strike has plenty of movement. You can just get there.
They are essentially blocking each other in to some extent.
Okay, fire the Vulcans.
Yeah.
So you blew through all the energy.
As I said, I could fire the Vulcans. Yeah, almost enough. This thing can get about that
Power
far
to
back.
leave.
Also, can fire the Vulcans.
Probably don't even need the support. It only has 1,500 left.
Yeah, you don't have Vulcans. Okay. Alright. What is this thing? I think I actually want to kill it this turn, but at the same time, I do want to get crap up here. Realistically, you want chip.
Have another chance to step on him?
Almost certainly.
Okay.
Not really trying to advance the plot this turn per se.
It's
but
less that and more the sake of he's going to eat 5,000.
he is in the big AoE.
Yeah. Anything that's in that central corridor is going to get nailed with that map weapon because it's going to use it.
Yeah, he has 15,000. He should be okay. I think he's close enough to do much else. Okay. Get around the corner and then have nothing left.
In mind, you do also need to get something down to the bottom of the map to capture all those.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the reinforce. Mostly for just... I moved both of them up before they appeared, so...
Yeah.
Let's see. corner.
It is only the back line of the wall in the center there that is in range of that thing. So
Yeah, it's like right here.
yeah,
I forget I do actually have those spaces.
it's fine. Shouldn't make too much of a difference.
Not really. Yeah, because he's not going to get hit. No, that's probably it.
Yeah, it's just shy of the wall, basically.
So that's a safe spot.
Yep.
Okay. And that should be the only one said. Okay, so there's sort of a hard term limit, except it regens as well, so...
Yes, it regens. It can take 7 shots before it dies.
Okay.
That is accounting for the regen. Because it does not regen 5,000 per turn. Like I said, not that it's going to be an issue for us anyways, because they're not going to take 7 turns on this, but...
We're going to take this turn to kill the guarded dancer, and then there'll be a final break.
Yeah.
Which, depending where it shows up, will also be done this turn.
I mean, I will say, defeating the guarded dancer is not the solution to that. We do actually have to blow up that cannon in the back, or it will just continue to shoot the Halphus. I do think the Halphus becomes active after we defeat the guarded dancer, though, so it can actually, like, get out of the way and become an actual unit. One shy of being able to use the battleship cannon. It can use the smart gun, though.
Yeah.
Basically use anything but the battleship cannon. Other thing is if we need to, we can run a little bit longer today because we don't have board.
This is true.
Realistically, our Sunday evening is almost certainly just going to be a shit ton more satisfactory.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That was what I was going to recommend.
Which, I mean, you guys accomplish things, and I'll stand there for another 45 minutes waiting for the space elevator delivery to be done.
I don't know if me spending the bulk of next session fighting with fucking rail is going to be called getting anything done, but we'll see.
Meanwhile, I try and find a project to do.
I like how we have fallen into these roles of, like, Vince does, like, you know, actual, like, constructive project builds, like building us a warehouse and, like, a hypertube hub. Mackie, like, gets stuff done. Like, Shiv is, like, out there, like, and making things happen, but also, like, it's not, like, super efficient about it.
I have a combination of building 100% efficient factories, but then also doing nonsense.
Yeah. Krampus is, like, kind of just, like... Krampus is actually doing a lot of our power building at this point, because Shiv did all the coal setup,
coal, yeah.
but, like, Krampus has been primary on oil, and my role is I'm the guy what pushes buttons.
You're making sure that the...
Your management.
Yeah, your management making sure that the deliveries are coming on time.
Well, it's not only that, but also, like, I'm primarily the one that's kind of staying around the hub a lot of the times so that we can, like, throw stuff in the dimensional.
Yeah.
And also, like, and then / adventure murderer.
Yes. I've also founded a new weirdly Christian explosive based cult.
It's I am the reason why there's like 190 alien protein in a chest at base.
I have a chunk on me because I was just blowing up every single animal I saw last night.
I spent literally our first, like, probably 8 to 10 hours in this game just wandering out for stuff to beat to death.
I need to refill on Noblesse. I'm pretty sure I used close to 100 last night.
Oh, only 100? I'm on my third restock, and I always fill my pockets to 200 Noblesse.
I also saw that we have rifle ammo now, which means we can almost certainly make rifles.
Oh yeah, I have one if you want it.
I've had a rifle for 3 sessions. I just don't have
I haven't needed it. I have bombs.
The problem with the rifle right now is that the ammo requires smokeless powder. And so we got to get that set up, and it's just a pain in the ass because our black powder production is so far away from any of our oil.
Yeah. That all it needs is
smokeless powder is made by mixing the, like, oil the offshoot stuff, the stuff that's made when you make physical products from oil.
Yeah.
The waste part of that, the purple goo.
Yeah.
You mix that with black powder, it makes smokeless powder. Smokeless powder is the primary ingredient of rifle ammo. There are a couple other ingredients, but it's like basic shit. It's like rods or whatever, like, you know.
I mean, we have an abundance of just overproduced black powder. I could route that to the train.
Yeah.
That'll get taken over the station where all the oil stuff is. And then we can just
run it out, yeah.
We can use part of the heavy oil residue we have.
Okay, again, Shiv, I will point out, part of our production basis for delivering stuff to the space elevator is literally me running back and forth from the warehouse to containers because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I'm not setting up a conveyor system with the black powder.
I mean, I'll set up conveyor
If you want to do it, go for it.
I'll run it out to the trains.
I will absolutely utilize the rifle ammo. I've had a rifle sitting. I actually, like, initially went out there when we were first setting up the primary oil field. I went out there and ran one of the refineries to make smokeless powder for quite a while.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can run the...
So I had a bunch of ammo, but I ran through my original stock of ammo and have just never restocked.
The bulk of our black powder right now is just getting shoved immediately into a sink.
Yeah.
So it won't be hard at all to just shove that over into the rail system. Because the rail will... we'll need to make another thing so I can load. Because it won't load and offload in the same set.
No.
But that won't be hard to add another.
And yeah, also, so we've achieved the second break.
And we got 4 turns to kill the turn A.
The Black History turn, eh?
Yep.
Notably, they dropped its stats to 35s. I promise you that's not what they normally are.
I have enough stuff near that thing.
I mean, you got the Halphus.
There's a Halphus Gundam. That will do something.
Bye.
Alright, now we're
So
going
it
to
was
an
an enemy.
attack.
Ah, big garters.
Yep.
Garter, but big.
Yeah, they just defeat all enemies.
Okay, it goes that far.
Yes.
Well,
It is still not exceptionally long range.
yeah.
Seems
And yeah,
pretty disappointing. Something called the final gigantic attack.
Right, so let's play Mop Up for now. Yeah, I don't think it's all change much if I move anything else first, so... Okay, well, just gain
You're realistically primarily getting back on the ship because nothing
Yeah.
can get in range of anything.
Well, if they belong to that ship. You absolutely can get a range of things. But since everyone's in hypertension mode, probably should launch units first, but I won't. Hang back there. Shot trick can quite get close enough to anything now.
No.
You guys actually are better off being on the boat, so. Realistically, whatever you guys want to do. Yeah, sure, why not? Fuck that guy.
Just blow the Infinite Justice out of the meteor system. Make it more dangerous.
Out of the meteor system as a sub-target, so that was half damage.
Yeah. Wrong ship.
Ah, one ship, yeah. Alright, beam duel.
Ours is better.
If you were a master unit, that would mean something.
See aforementioned laziness. During my playthrough, I made it a point to always have at least one of my master units have free capture, so I didn't have to fuck around with all the navigating ships around everywhere. I'm gonna miss that when we get to 30, since G Gundam isn't in it.
Yes, we cannot. We
We
cannot
don't have Domonkashu burning finger things that are entirely inappropriate for him to be palming like a fucking basketball.
Just because you grab directly onto the cockpit of a helicopter or a nuclear missile.
Yeah, that's the thing. The cockpit of the helicopter was bad. The literally grabbing the warhead of a nuclear missile to blow it up is like, Domon, oh, no. The cockpit of the helicopter one is specifically because he raises the hand above his head once he grabbed it. It's just this helicopter perfectly vertical.
Also making this one more dangerous.
Just so we are clear, by the way, as you spend points on units and stuff, 50 is the point where you start hitting diminishing returns.
Oh, okay. Let me check something here.
It is literally the exact same attack that the Garter 2s had.
Yeah, I just that hit limit is right one square in from the.
It's the middle of the wall.
Yeah. You want to no.
Oh, you can move up the one more. It is the middle of the wall.
Yeah, it's right there. But it doesn't need to.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't change anything.
Just short. Okay. You have like no natural regen, so you're useless until you get back to a ship. Alright. Gone over there. Okay. Oh, it just teleports, okay.
Uh-huh.
I was trying not to... Well, I could have out.
Dark History Turn A goes where the fuck it wants. We can technically get that thing. Won't.
What, do we have to beat this mission on a higher difficulty or something?
If I remember correctly, the Dark History Turn A is the reward for beating the entire game on Hell difficulty.
I want to play through the entire game on higher difficulty for one unit?
For one unit that you get, and then there is basically nothing left to do in the game.
Yeah, that guy ground out the crystallized unicorn, but that was just the unicorn missions, not
Yeah,
everything in
not
the
the
game
whole
for
game.
G-Gen Genesis. And they are basically just victory lap units because they tend to have abilities that are so overwhelmingly busted that there's no, like, nothing is a challenge anymore. Like, the crystallized, and every enemy is just activated.
Or impact.
Beyblades.
Alright, what are these things going to transform into? 6.
Yes, for reference, by the way, the normal Dark History Turn A just has 50s across the board in all its stats.
Okay.
And a base 10 movement and A rank maneuverability in all terrains. And 25,000 HP, 500 base energy.
Alright, now we just destroy everything.
7 turns for the board.
Yep. Flames, oh thank god, this thing has a fast forward button.
Well, actually, we might be able to get it. It looks like it's actually able to be made by doing design with the Turn A full power and one of the special, the Halphus, Halphuspose, Master Phoenix, Barbadoro, or Queen Amelius, which we should have access to from doing World Core.
So if we buy one of those, if we have access to it?
Well, we have to design those too, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
If I remember how that works out. They are design units that are also like locked behind doing certain missions.
Alright, now we're clear out all the core impact units. Okay, one less Doom corridor. Yep, I am distinctly out of things that matter.
Yep.
You. Oh, that's not going to matter. Let's see. So we just keep activating Flames of Rebirth every turn. Less of a need for a ship. Okay.
I am a ship. And starts flying around with his arms out.
Just barely. Come, literally anyone.
Some power of melee.
俺のこの手が真っ赤に燃える勝利をつかめと轟く叫ぶ白熱ゴッドフィンガーヒートエンド
Dun dun dun.
Ah, Tetrasphere. Hold on a second. No. Okay. Looks green.
Yeah, it looks like we've stabilized.
Okay.
The neural network of Frodia was so powerful, destabilized our street. Dun dun
So yes.
dun.
Actual Aphrodia, good. The person we've been dealing with through the entirety of World Tour was not actually Aphrodia.
It was Amelius pretending to be a Frodia.
Yeah.
世界を正しく導くためにもコードアメリアスを止めるのです。このアフロディアと共に
We rebuilt the moon. Counter to all other anime. We actually made the moon.
They undestroyed the moon.
Yeah, that way we can make that way we can make the moon satellite thing.
Undestroyed the moon. They carry a harpoon.
Awakening relic.
Yep. Alright, I forgot to do that last capture.
Oh well.
Whatever. Oh no, we missed
our
out on a
money.
Mega Rider.
Yeah, exactly. Now we develop it into the other Devil Gundam.
Yes, change the Devil Gundam into the Devil Gundam.
Make it not be so obnoxiously large that it's stupid.
Power of DG Cell.
Okay, now we're back in the loop.
What are you looking for?
Just wondering if, well, series. Game system. Yeah, no. Alphas.
No, so back out from this
Uh-huh.
to the main menu,
Alright.
all the way to the main menu, and go to your gallery,
Uh-huh.
or not gallery, unit collection rather. So now if you go down to the game system section here, it's all of those ones at the, like, let me see the order real quick so I can tell you which ones you're looking at.
It's a Alphas Gundam.
Yeah, so if you check that one, probably hit O, it'll tell you what the actual Regina turns into that. Basically, it's all kind of a loop stuff there.
Alphas Gundam's only make Master Phoenix. But it's more of a question of how you get in the line in the first place.
How do you get to what?
How do you get into that line in the first place?
Just buy a Phoenix.
Well, that's Phoenix. Though.
Yeah, those are the Phoenixes.
I believe we have to finish the first overworld mission, and then that will give us the ability to make the Halphas,
Okay.
if I'm remembering correctly, and if I'm reading this weird Google translated Japanese wiki correctly.
Well, might as well start this.
Yep. And mind you, ostensibly, I believe, technically speaking, this is the final mission of the Overworld story. The other Overworld missions are basically takes on final missions from other G-Gen games.
Hey, we just fixed that. betrayal code.
Why did we make the betrayal code?
And I can't hear it, but I'm so hoping that's a.
So,
She did.
so
There was no sound clip for that one.
the betrayal code is just a light switch. I turn darkness to light and light to darkness.
Darkness.
Oh no, she corrupted the Master Phoenix. Whatever will we do?
Stomp mud hole in his ass like everything else. Again, why did you make the betrayal code? Seems like a thing you would never need. Yep, those sure are giant spheres.
Yep.
Oh, we got this. I've gone through Sen's Fortress.
Neuroballs.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yep, they explode.
In a
2-range burst.
okay.
They got 30,000 health and they explode.
Should spawn more of them.
No idea. Like I said, I have basically no actual recollection of the Overworld stages.
What could real Aphrodite do?
Healing.
Healing.
Healing, she's in the Halfus Gundam.
Stats are all 50s.
50s. Yep.
And also, you have no fucking abilities against her.
Yes. Does not give a shit what you have. As long as she's the attacker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
正気を取り戻すのです。
覚悟しな。俺のコールが最も
Nope, off my belt. And we got like one more good shot. Okay.
Double supported that goodness.
Don't want to talk about that much, but I guess we'll settle like cabinet.
コードフェニックスよ。
Oh no, my butt. The answer is there going to be more? Is yes.
Now you must destroy their balls.
We'll save that for a minute. Alright, one down. Something other than the satellite cannon. Alright. So that break. Oh no, more fodder. Three balling it. Run out of space to spawn these things. Alright.
It is worth noting that Code Phoenix is just in Super Crit.
Alright, so... that is a quick way of doing it. You have range 6. Oh, we're pretty much stuck on that one. Alright.
So the other thing you can do with these neuro balls, by the way, which is rather funny, is it does actually take 1 energy for them to do their explosion attack.
So if you destroy or get rid of all their energy.
They only have 50 energy. They do have some natural regen, so it'll only do it for a turn. But if you energy drain them, they will actually just like run up on people and then do nothing for that turn. You basically do eliminate their ability to actually do the map attack for 1 turn.
Yeah, next turn they'd regen, but that only matters if they make it the next turn.
Yep. It is possibly the single best usage in the entire game of the master skill on Mina. That absorbs energy from everyone, from all the enemies in the range. You can get a bunch of the neuro balls in there and like disable like 4 or 5 of them in a single master skill.
I think I can ignore most of that.
Alternatively, it's also really funny for the Moonlight Butterfly map attack. Yes, so you can technically bum rush this and just go kill him, Amelius, but
How do you kill all that?
No, it's not
Not a kill all mission.
no, just Amelius. If I'm being totally honest, I am somewhat in favor of us just doing that because
That's pretty much what I was planning.
At this
honestly.
point, who gives a shit about captures or levels?
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I am just trying to figure out what is the best course to do that. Yeah, probably you.
Just like run everything up there that can possibly get a shot on her, and
That can, press turns way up to be able to support.
You can easily do that. And I just need 1 Twin Buster basically left.
Or not. Try again.
Alright, we can target someone nearby. Yeah, that guy. I did go as far as I could.
1 too far.
yeah, he's 1 too far away.
We'll use primary then. I think that.
There you go.
Yeah. Put in a position where it can attack me.
Also getting
It defended last
Yeah.
time, so we're
Yeah.
further away from it.
Code Phoenix up there is probably not a bad idea either, since he's in super crit.
Is there something keeping us?
Yeah, there's like a weird thing keeping right up. Oh.
Yeah, no, I can't go up here. Yeah, no, this dais is off limits.
Oh, well.
We're gonna have to wait for it to come back or come down, unfortunately. So, yeah, I guess I have to deal with these balls.
Ish. Like, again, they only have a map attack, so they can't move and then do it.
Oh, they can't.
It's a map attack. You can't do it after moving.
No, that's true.
So if something's with not, you have to deal with any that are within 2 of a unit you possess. Other than that, they are going to move this turn, and then you basically just like keep running away from them, and they'll never accomplish anything.
Go back to the wing real quick. Okay, you don't have the option of landing.
No, it's not a matter of being on land or on air. This is an inaccessible area. They eventually will walk forward. It's how they've done this in other stages too.
It's how they prevent you from just bum rushing her and finishing it in one.
Yeah.
Or if we have attack with enough range.
Okay, so the absolute, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. 10 is the max I've seen. There might be 11s, but...
Yeah, all units, including battleships, are not allowed to enter the stairs located in the center of the stage. And
means the priorities for the most part are going to be that stuff.
yeah,
Okay, well that one is dead.
Copy units that showed up. Is in fact.
Next to both of them, and both of them easily had ability to take a turn. The Hainu down there is going to be... This entire lower section is an issue more on the fact that it has to actually just come up here. Okay. So obviously we just move this away from the spheres.
yep.
Even if the ship is probably one of the few things that actually could take the
Yes,
attack.
it can survive a hit from one of those.
Survive full 2. It's closer. What does this thing have left? Not amazing though. I'm probably starting to win those things. Close. Really, no, we can't go around here either.
Yep.
The spawning place for those. Alright. Just as I thought that would not.
Yeah, well, it's a combo one. Of note, so is Code Emilius.
Makes enough sense. You guys are all like full health, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay. Is that... Okay, yeah, that is the last over impact other than that guy. That Nightingale.
Grab him by the balls.
俺のこの手が真っ赤に燃える勝利をつかめと轟き叫べ爆熱ゴッドフィン
Come on, you just turn your head and cough.
Yazan back on the ship. That's my boy. Good man.
Good. I do not care. Alright, so first and foremost, we're gonna move you back here. And back you up as well.
You fool.
Yep.
You've come forward into our punching range. Right, enter.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we? Yes, we do. It's a Gundam. Oh, no.
No, it's the Queen Palace. Give that attack up, though.
Yep, sure can. I gotta do better than that.
Buster Rifle will be able to support.
Energy.
If he does Buster Rifle, he won't be able to support the attack.
Yes, he will.
Also,
Going to use the restore 30% energy from.
Yeah,
that's
we do have Code Phoenix.
it is true.
All right. Flames of Rebirth. Flames of fast forward, but never one is on the board. Okay. Here.
And not just throwing everything.
That should also be enough. There's another form after this.
Okay, I'm fine. No, you guys can stop. No.
From downtown!
Please, I'm already dead. Already dead, then throw another 25,000 damage into her. You know what? I actually had a third form, but I'm just not even going to do it. You win, I'm going home.
Thanks for all the fodder so I can chance step my way up to you.
Why did we even make a betray code anyways? So says I, Phodia. Code Phoenix uses ultimate code attack. Hello world. Code Phoenix forgot to properly label a variable. Attack failed.
Well, fuck.
Code Phoenix misspelled tether.
Right. Seems like the... Okay, so that was the final mission of the actual plot of the game?
Correct.
Okay. In that respect, I wouldn't mind moving on, because I don't really care about extra plotless missions, quite honestly.
The extra missions do technically have plot,
Okay.
but it's not going to matter at all to us because they are stuff that ties to the endings of Wars and World and a bunch of the other G-Gen games that we haven't played and don't have full translations for.
Yeah, so I'd say that'd probably be mostly a waste of time.
Yeah. They're interesting, but they're not really worth us spending another extra couple weeks dealing with a game that we've all kind of pretty much checked out on at this point.
Yeah. We
have removed any challenge that remained in this game.
Oh, we've removed both challenge and progress because we no longer have suits to work towards, because at least that's something.
It's like
And-
technically we could grind out for 100% completion for reasons.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah, so that's a wrap for SD Gundam G Generation Overworld. As is typical when we hit the credit scenes for this, I guess we'll kind of give our thoughts on the game. I do, in many ways, like this better than the two that came after, both Generations and Crossrays, solely because it does have those slight elements of an original plot, even if the original plot is not super great. It's at least mildly interesting to see the sort of plots slammed together, and you can kind of see a lot of parallels and thematic comparisons between the various different Gundam series by virtue of the plots mashing together and being like, oh, they're doing this thing. It actually kind of makes sense for this thing from this other series to show up there
or we can handle the entire Battle of Solomon, all 15 parts at the same time.
But like, you know, it's
every 1 year war side story has to end at the battle or the not the battle, so the battle of
Abaku.
Yeah.
A bunch of people were at Solomon too. It's either Solomon or Abaku where every 1 year war story ends. And yes, Hunter, if you are planning on finishing Victory before we start 30,
you got like 2 weeks.
yeah,
We usually take a week
we
off.
are going to do our traditional week off next week, just to give ourselves a little bit of downtime.
Yeah. Now, speaking from a mechanical standpoint, what the ever living fuck was wrong with them when they moved away from this system and towards the one in Crossrays to some extent? Like, Crossrays has literally artifacts from the system, like, oh, awesome, I have a skill that will make me not lose as much MP from attacks, but MP gets capped very quickly and never fades, basically, in Crossrays. So it was like little things like that. But in this one, no, you have tons of attacks that actually spend MP as an actual resource.
Yeah.
And it's like that and the multi-target attacks that don't exist in Crossrays. Like, no, seriously, what the hell?
So again, that's part of them moving more to the style of game that, because that was Generations as well, didn't really have those. Well, the Generations is a little bit more understandable just because it's all UC stuff, which means the only stuff that would even use MP to begin with are awakened attacks, which there's not a ton of suits in UC until very late UC that really have things like funnels and full range attacks and stuff like that.
Well, that's just it.
But even then, they don't.
The MP spending attacks in here aren't necessarily awakened attacks. They're just like big stuff. Like Domonkashu, almost all of his attacks had MP spending.
Yeah, but that's Domonkashu. That's.
But even then, like other stuff from other series, this still had MP spending that was not awakened attacks.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's more an aspect of them going to that style. Obviously, I'm not in the head of the game designers. I can't say specifically why they moved away from it, but I do definitely agree. There is more balance and resource management in this than there definitely is in Generations or Crossrays, because again, morale is a thing that actually fucking matters.
And there's more actual decisions to make in combat. It's not, okay, this is the highest taking attack, and this is the most efficient attack, and the other ones might as well not exist.
Yeah, the only thing that really ever makes you lose morale in Generations or Crossrays is taking a hit.
Yeah. Getting hit where you're not defending.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Generations and Crossrays, I don't dislike the stories per se, but they're just the stories of the series. They're just the stories of, the side manga or the show or whatever.
Distinctly not true. We played through Seed and Seed Destiny. Those are dislikable.
But for the most part.
I get what you're saying, though, yeah.
You're going through Generations. It's just the stories of the 1 year war and all the side stories and whatever. There's nothing new to it.
And I think as we went over with Crossrays, at least with Generations, you have stories that you can't access very well in other ways because they're from, older Gundam games
or weird side story manga that maybe aren't translated or stuff like that. And
the most obscure things you got in Crossrays was Astray, really. Astray, 00F, various things that are
Gecko.
Gecko.
Yeah,
the entirety of Gecko.
Despite how long it spends in the 1 year war in Genesis, it does cover a huge chunk of the side content during the 1 year war period. So you do see a bunch of stuff that you wouldn't see normally.
Yeah.
Even if it makes you horrifically over-leveled for everything just by playing the game naturally, because you basically have 50 levels of the game are all during 1 year war era.
Yeah, that being said, with Overworld, I think I do like it better than Genesis or Crossrays, but as we ran into, we didn't even really do all that much grinding off stream in this one, and we made it about halfway through by the time we were 2 missions into World Core, our team was already solidified. We weren't developing any new things. We weren't going anywhere. The Devil Gundam was literally there because we could. We had a dozen other units we had already moved off of because we were like, well, these are done. Let's do something else. But we easily could have just continued to field the New Azeel 2 or
we got a free Devil Gundam Jr. I think that's why we started using it, but we didn't need to.
No. So it's it definitely it was just a few missions too long, basically.
Yeah, for basically the amount of actual development we had for our units, and again, at least mechanically, the gameplay is actually more interesting than Cross Race. It is not unit go here, unit delete that thing.
Yeah. The other thing I would have liked to see, actually, is I would have liked to see specifically it sort of force you to balance between the stories. So you do World Tour, right? You do all the A stages, you complete the EXA stage, and then it goes, hey, the first stage of World Core has been unlocked, then you have to go play that before it unlocks the B stages.
Yeah.
To force you to do it back and forth as opposed to, like, can go entirely through this side, then can go entirely through this side.
Yeah, because that also just completely trivialized World Core, because by the time we started doing it, we had already finished the entirety of World Tour. It's not built for that.
Yeah.
No. No, it is definitely built for you to go back and forth between the two, which, granted,
We could have, but...
we could have, and anyone listening who's interested in playing this one, yeah, do that.
Highly recommend that to be the way you play it. Like, that's how I did it in my personal playthrough, where I ended up going for just 100% completion or collection. And it did end up more interesting that way, and at the very least, the World Core missions were more challenging. They weren't outrageously challenging by any means, because they are still pretty well balanced for that, and also, like, just in general by the nature of these types of games. Yeah, this is the...
Yeah, just the minor cinematic for this.
Well, there's a little cutscene that's like, oh, stuff's happening.
Yeah. But yeah, they seem to be balanced around the level of when you would be doing them from...
Doing them immediately after the stage of...
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, speaking of Solomon...
And
yes, we get the
there's
Alpha
Alpha
Gundam.
Gundam.
And that gets us into the whole...
Hell difficulty.
Yeah, if you actually go to Overworld, now you will see...
Just a second. No, okay. Yep.
Hell 1. Nightmare again.
Yep.
So yeah, there's Hell stages 1 through 4 that come after Awakening Relic.
Who gave Aphrodia a lowly beam?
Just the natural result of deleting their code.
Yep.
And yeah, as you can see now, you also have the square button you can hit.
Turns into normal.
Hell.
Basically gives us the ability to go through everything in the game on Hell difficulty. And to answer your question, Hunter, Hunter asks if there are any other G-Gen games to play after 30, or are we done with all of the translated ones? So at present, there are no more G-Gen games that are fully translated. There are a couple that have partial Sorry, I take that back. That is not entirely true. We're not going back to the Nintendo Entertainment System, the fucking Famicom ones.
That's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
There are no other ones that we are willing to play that are fully translated. Assuming that G-Generation Eternal doesn't actually manifest by the time we're done with 30. And even then we have, as we've discussed previously, some qualms about potentially doing Eternal on stream one way or another, because it is a gacha game. We definitely have other stuff we can do after 30. There are other series similar to this and other like side games and other things that will absolutely fit within Super Robot Sundays, but we have most likely over a year before we have to worry about that, if we're being totally honest about the amount of time it's going to take us to play 30.
A lot of content.
Yeah. And that's even with us cutting out the content we're not
like,
going to stream.
Yeah, like minor grind missions. I think actual story-wise, there's something like, even with all the DLC, there's something like 90 scenarios for 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone else have any final thoughts about Overworld?
No, I think we've pretty much discussed this one to death and back.
All right. Well, that being the case, then we'll be back tomorrow with more death games in Danganronpa. Death Note. Shin Megami Tensei: Devil Survivor Overclocked.
Yeah, it's Pokemon in the quarantine region.
And then Thursday, we'll have more Dream Tactics. And then next Sunday, we will not be here, as we will be taking our traditional 1 week off from Super Robot Sundays as we complete a game. But the following Sunday, we will get started with Super Robot Wars 30, the game which may honestly be the timeline of any 3 other Super Robot Sunday games combined that it will take us to actually play. Until then, I've been Bograt.
I've been the Krampus.
I've been Shiv.
And I'm going to ask you, who's that Pokemon? This is a really easy one. And I'm Vincent.
Have a good one, y'all.
Yep.